Hello, this video is to show extra exercises about respiratory movements and circulation of air or water. We will start with the first question. Write true or false and then correct the false ones. When human breathe in, his thoracic cage lowers down. Pay attention, and we are talking about breathe in. That means it's inhale or inspire. So while we inhale, thoracic cage lowers down. It is wrong because when we inhale, our thoracic cage raises up. Okay, so the first one is false. The second one, in inspiration, carbon dioxide enters the body. In inspiration, يعني when we inhale, so it's wrong. The carbon dioxide does not enter when we inhale. بالعكس, it will be the oxygen, which is O2. So in inspiration, the oxygen enters the body. The third sentence, fish breathe through gills. So fish, that means they are marine animal, they live in water. So they breathe the oxygen from the water. So they don't have lungs. So yes, it is true. Fish breathe through gills. In this kind of question, we have to pay attention for every term used because one term or one word or maybe one connector, it can change the whole meaning of the sentence, and it can change the sentence into wrong one or into false or into correct one. Let's continue to the second question. Now the second question, it starts with a paragraph. Grasshoppers respire oxygen from the air and release carbon dioxide from a respiratory opening located in their abdomen. The process of respiration is identified by specific movements happen to the abdomen. Pay attention in any question when they give you paragraph, that means, or in the paragraph I have answers for some question, and so these questions they start with pick out, or the paragraph it gives you tips or hints or information that helps you guess the answer. Okay, we do not give a paragraph that is useless. We will start with the first question, pick out. Once you see pick out, that means the answer is in the paragraph. The inhaled gas. Let's go back to the paragraph. It's in the first one. Respire oxygen from the air. So takes oxygen and release carbon dioxide. So the inhaled oxygen, the inhaled gas is the oxygen, and the exhaled gas, as you read here, release carbon dioxide, so it will be carbon dioxide. Now we still with pick out because I and I and I they are for the part A, so all of them they are pick out. This is also very important not to pay attention about the organ that moves during respiration. What is the organ that moves, or where do movements happen? We will read it in the last sentence. The process of respiration is identified by specific movements happen to the abdomen. So here it is the abdomen. Now, part B. Part B, that means it's different from A. We don't have pick out, so it's not in the paragraph. Using your acquired knowledge. Acquired knowledge, it means from your study. Name the respiratory opening. Here in the question, in the paragraph, they mention, we have a respiratory opening located in their abdomen. And in the book, we studied that this respiratory opening, it is called spiracles. So here, the respiratory opening, it will be spiracle. Then we still in the B, yani using the acquired knowledge, fill in the table below. Respiratory movements. Pay attention, we have two columns. One of them, we have to fill it, then to fill with the name of movement, but the second one, they give it to us, which is expiration. We know that I have only two, expiration, and the second one is inspiration. So that's why they said your acquired knowledge. So all of the parts in the subparts in part B, They are from our study. So here it will be inspiration. We will continue in the column name of the gas. So in inspiration, what is the name of the gas? It is oxygen, the same as in part 1, pick out. But I put it here so you can know that we can ask this question in two forms. هلا in expiration name of the gas يعني exhale expiration it is carbon dioxide. The last one, state of the abdomen. When we say state of the abdomen, it means is it lowered or rose? Is it up or down? So in inspiration, يعني when we inhale oxygen, or sorry, when the grasshopper, as the question talks about, inspire or it takes the oxygen, what happened to the abdomen? So the abdomen lowered. Why? When the abdomen, when the grasshopper expire, يعني when he releases carbon dioxide, what happened? The abdomen rose. Okay, you can say up or down, inflated or deflated, whatever. Finally, conclude what would happen to the respiratory organ if it is closed by a modeling clay. That means if we put on the respiratory opening اللي هي spiracle, if we put a modeling clay معجونة, what would happen? That means the spiracle will close so that the gases, which is oxygen and carbon dioxide, will not be exchanged with the air, because from the paragraph they said that oxygen enters the body through this opening. So if it is closed, the oxygen will not enter, and so the animal will die. And also the carbon dioxide, if we have oxygen in the body, the carbon dioxide will not be released, so it will stay in the body, so also it will die. So what would happen to the grasshopper if it is closed, if the respiratory opening is closed by a modeling clay, the animal will die, or the animal would die, because there will be no exchange of gases with the air, so it will not breathe. Okay, this is the meaning of what it does. The last question. Ahmed, a student in grade 7, assumed that fish inhale and exhale through different places. So he was assuming, he supposed that when fish breathe, the gases that enter and released from its body, they are inhaled and exhaled through two different places. يعني the place that the fish breathe in different from the organ that the fish release out the carbon dioxide. So to confirm his hypothesis, he conducted a research about respiration in fish. So he wanted to confirm his hypothesis. So he made a research, and so he found a picture that summarizes this process, the whole process of respiration. So these are the two pictures. In the first picture, it was for inspiration. The second picture, it was for expiration. Let's see. Pick out the hypothesis studied. Pick out, I will repeat, it's from the paragraph. Hypothesis. How do I know the hypothesis? For the hypothesis, we have special words that we use them in order to show you that here is the hypothesis, take it and copy it and write it. These words, they can be assumed, they can be supposed, they can be I think that. Okay, so all of these, they are special words to show you the hypothesis. So let's search for these words. We have the word assume. So from here, the hypothesis start. From here, we should write. Assume that fish inhale and exhale through two different places. This is the hypothesis. So pick out the hypothesis studied. It is that fish inhale. He assumed that fish inhale and exhale through different places. This is for part A. Part B, name the labeled organ on the picture. This is the labeled organ. So what is this organ? يعني name, give its name. So it is the operculum. Okay, أو operculum. Compare what happens in both movements. We have inspiration, expiration. Compare what happened in both movements. We will start in comparing what we see. In inspiration, the mouth of the fish opens and the operculum closes, while in expiration, the mouth of the fish closes and the operculum opens. Okay, this is the comparison. Verify if the hypothesis is validated. طبعا نحن we know that the mouth opens in order for the oxygen to enter and the operculum close so that the oxygen stay in the body. While when the mouth closes, the operculum opens so that carbon dioxide is released in the water. So this was what the picture shows us. Verify if the hypothesis is validated. Yes, it was validated. And was the hypothesis of Ahmed true? Was it correct? Yes, it was correct, because as the picture shows, respiration happens through two different places, through the mouth and through the operculum. The fish inhale through the mouth and exhale through the operculum. That's why they work alternatively. When the mouth opens, the operculum closes, and vice versa. So we say that hypothesis, yes, hypothesis is validated since the picture shows us that the fish inhale through the mouth and exhale through the operculum.